Good? All right, Big Man World Limited Show, presented by Miller Lite. Whatever you're looking for this season, there's one thing that pairs well with every great moment, and it's an ice-cold Miller Lite. At just 96 calories in a can, Miller Lite is the only light beer you'll want to celebrate with all season long. So whether you're at a stadium, playing fantasy football, or watching the game at home or at the bar, Miller Lite is here to make your football season taste like Miller time. It's Miller time all season long, from kickoff till clock runs out. You can't go wrong with a Miller Lite in your hand. It's the only light beer with a taste worthy of our national obsession, because what's the point of having a beer if it doesn't taste like beer? Donnie's sitting in here. Donnie, you may have a lot of Millers in Chicago so far, right?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen them all over the place?
Yeah,
There's
I love them.
buckets upon buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Every bar you go to.
I had one last night.
The Miller City.
Yep.
The Miller City. I did as well.
Yeah.
So shout out to Miller Lite. You can make it Miller time all season long. Just go to Miller Lite, get it delivered right to your door at MillerLite.com/redline, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. Just make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Thank you,
Bless
David.
you, David.
Excuse me.
All right, Donnie's in here with the full crew because apparently we have an HR complaint that you have against White Sox. Dave?
Yes, but then I heard that I don't know if we even still have an
I don't think we
HR
do.
department.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I figured I could just
You got to
voice
tell
it here.
Fasoli.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, right when I moved to Chicago, I live very close to White Sox Dave, so I just let him know I was now an official Chicago resident. And like, the first thing he said,
Hold on. Be careful about the details you give, because I think you're going to come close to doxing yourself.
What's his address?
Because
I'm not gonna have like hordes of stoolies like waiting in my lobby. I don't think. I'm not. I'm not
have
gonna.
a lobby?
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's an Asian grocery store, a large Asian grocery store on the first floor of the building where I live, and I was like, oh, that'll be very convenient. They don't only have Asian ingredients; they have Western stuff too. It's like a normal grocery store, but it's definitely Asian themed. And the first thing Dave says to me is, hey, by the way, don't go to that grocery store in your building. It sucks. Do not shop there. They're on my banned list. And I was just like, yeah, I'm sure it's probably kind of overpriced, but I'm still going to shop there. It's in my building. When it's freezing out in the winter, it's too convenient. And I also love Asian cuisine, so I don't mind the fact they have all these like unique Asian ingredients as well. And then Dave goes, well, that's part of the reason I hate it. What the fuck kind of store only has Japanese brands? And just as like a white guy who identifies as Asian, I was a little offended there. And he has not been able to like really explain himself. I think he just hates the place because it has Asian ingredients, which seems a little problematic.
If I want, no. I don't. I hate.
Have you heard what he says about Hannah?
So
Hannah, please come in. If you
yeah,
I would not be shocked.
If you want to come in, Anna, you can give your 2 cents. But the one, I love the neighborhood I live in. It's super quiet. It's nice. It's great. The one bad part about it is there's no
Too many Asians.
There's not one grocery store I can just walk to for shit. It sucks. It's either Uber Eats grocery order or I have to get my car and drive. It's very annoying. However, there's this one close to me that only sells Japanese branded products. So we're talking
true?
like
No, that's not true.
Okay.
well, I mean, you can get produce and shit there, of course.
Yeah, but I saw
but
like American pasta brands being sold.
I
there
didn't
and
see.
stuff.
I don't think you could get a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch there. I'm 95% sure.
I have not checked the cereal aisle.
So the cereal aisle, there's cereal, but
yeah.
it's like it's Asian everything, which is like
What?
I want. Can I give the?
How hard did you look?
Yeah, you
like
can-
how hard did you look? Were you
I have
texting
been
in the aisles
I have been in
with
this
the
grocery
aviators
store.
on?
I've given them probably 5 chances since I've lived there,
Gotcha.
and it's only been open maybe 6-8 months, so it's newer.
I'm pretty sure you can get like cheddar cheese, which is like a
you can
random
get that
Wisconsin
shit.
brand or
Right.
whatever. Yeah,
you can,
But-
but like it's anything in the aisle is probably Japanese, is what I'm getting.
Any processed
But
food.
can I tell the name of the store, because that bothers me? The name of the store.
Yeah, sure.
It's called Urban Market, and
Yeah.
why is it Urban Market? Like why would
Have
It
you
should
wanna
be called.
Hannah, any defense here?
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I honestly have no words to say, but like, maybe you're not trying new things.
It's
It's not the grocery store's fault that you don't know how to grocery shop.
I know how to grocery shop
Uncultured swine.
You're gonna get him real fired up.
I want to be able to walk into it like and not have to fire up Google Translate to see if this is the right.
Here's
That's on you.
Dave. Let me take away the Japanese equation right here. Swap out that. Swap in Trader Joe's. Some people don't like that they have no name brand stuff as well.
I'm on that team.
So
too.
that's why I don't
I'm on
think
that team.
Dave's not being offensive at all.
Dave doesn't like to press 1 for English when he calls into places.
I want to walk into a grocery store and know the brands I'm going in.
Yeah.
Why would you sell
Everything has
nobody
pictures.
knows these brands?
Yes.
Like that's bad business, I think. And it's and here's the other reason they're on my ban list. So they do have a small butcher shop in this store where you can get prime steaks. And it goes choice, prime, wagyu, whatever. Choice is like a high quality steak, or prime is rather. So I went in there twice and I asked for a porterhouse cut, 1.5 inches thick, and they gave me 2 cuts both times that were about 1/4 to maybe a little over, like 3/4 of an inch thick.
Damn.
And it's expensive ass meat.
Yep.
And the second time the guy's like, man, like I don't like I can do it. I'm working in the butcher shop today, but like I don't know how to work the thing. I'm like, how is nobody here?
Another
Yes.
point for Dave. He's having
Someone should know
personal-
how. If you're working
Yeah.
in the butcher shop, you should know how to slice meat.
However, to like tie it all together, you sent me that picture of the breakfast sandwich this morning. That looked fire, and I may have to reassess.
Yeah.
You're going to unban him?
I may have to give them another shot. That
Okay.
was
Yeah,
big
they have
egg and
like a
cheese or
little
something.
food court in there, and I got a char siu pork breakfast sandwich.
What
with
is
char
I don't think I
siu? You
know
know,
what
it's
that
that
is.
kind of like red pork that
Okay.
you see in a lot of
like
Asian
pork
places.
belly?
You could probably explain. It's not a pork belly
Why, 'cause
cup,
she's
but
Asian?
it
Nah,
is-
it's true. I probably could.
You've probably had your fair share of char siu. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Char siu, maybe, but yeah, it was a char siu, egg and cheese with a hash brown on it in between like one of those like Asian milk buns. It was delicious.
Okay.
But
Nice.
Sounds good.
the cereal complaint, Spider lives near there too. He was complaining about the same thing. They don't have any American cereal brands, so I will give you
And
that
stuff
much.
like that. Like you can't get. I doubt you can get a can of like pinto beans there without being Japanese branded. You got to like search for it. What is the purpose of that?
Well, I mean,
call
I
it
will
urban market.
gladly eat Japanese pinto beans.
That's
I don't
fine.
have like brand loyalty
But like,
when it comes to
no,
that.
I don't either. But why would you like? And why would you like import all this shit
goddamn
from like
Asian beans.
the opposite side of the planet to sell it in this?
America first, right? Get it
Yeah,
here.
yeah. They're
fucking
taking
get
money
'em
out
from
of the
Mexico,
pocket
the
of
same
American
brand.
pinto bean growers.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Well, they are.
Make it like stock your shelves with brands people are familiar with.
Stop going there.
But like,
I did.
It's the only
Run-
one in his
warned him
neighborhood.
about-
Run your
against it.
business the way that I want you to run it.
It's
Yeah.
like you went
Oh,
5 times.
I will bet money. Are we allowed to bet money now? I will bet money that this store's closed. It's almost September.
Is this
1st.
the one that it's like green and yellow
Yes.
branding? It's on
Yes.
Chicago Avenue?
Yes.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
we're just really digging in here.
Wait, but
Donnie.
you bet that it's going to close?
I would say that April 1st would be 6 months from now.
Yeah.
I would bet it's closed by April
Not making it
1st.
through the winter.
What would
I-
be your dream if it doesn't make it to move right in there? What store? What's Wonton Don approved?
I mean, I approve of the one right now.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
not
you.
True.
If I lived on top of it, sure.
What
yeah.
the fuck?
What? It
I
seems
mean,
like you just don't
a
like
grocery store. I'm just like, that was part of the reason I moved there, being like, when it's freezing in the winter, the fact, because I don't have a car here, the fact
Yeah.
I can just take an elevator down to a
That's
grocery
super
store
convenient.
That's
is clutch.
nice.
And I was like, yeah, the shit there is probably overpriced compared to a lot of other stores,
And-
but I'll take it.
I have no idea. Do you have any ability to read or speak Japanese?
Are we
No.
sure it's even
No.
Japanese?
No,
Is it
but-
Oh,
Jap-
No.
I'm not. I'm just assuming it is.
I feel like most of
it
the
is
brands-
Japanese, correct?
I think they have a mixture
Okay.
of Asian brands. But a lot of the brands I saw, they would have the Japanese writing, but they would also say what it was in English.
Interesting.
In fine
Except for the
print.
candy. There was a lot of like Japanese candy that
that
there was
too.
no English on.
That
it.
too.
But that I'm
Delicious.
excited to try new candy.
See?
You know? It can't
I
be
just
that
want a
bad.
pack of peanut
Next level.
M&Ms. I have to like search for it there.
That's on you.
Can you get
That's on
like
you.
Doritos there? Or,
I don't think so.
No Doritos.
All right. Well,
What if you
I'm
get
gonna
better
go and check it out
Doritos?
after
You guys
work,
should
and I
do
will
a shopping
report
spree
back.
together.
Yes.
See if you can find a middle
can do
ground.
that.
Compromise.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I'll do that for stool scenes. 100%.
It
There we
sounds like
go.
we just keep going to a Japanese store, still mad that they're only selling
Yeah.
Japanese stuff.
Well, yeah.
It's not their fault.
I
It's like
haven't-
who they
I
wanna
haven't
But
be.
it's
step
called
foot in this-
Urban Market, so you know it's
Yeah.
very.
I
misleading.
went there probably 3-4 times within the first month or so is open and kept giving it chance after chance, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And there was a lot of times the shelves would be completely barren too. Like they ran out of stuff. Yeah,
Supply
you're importing
chain,
it
dude,
from
COVID.
Yeah.
Popular, so
Don't tell me about supply chain, Ed.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Donnie. We appreciate
Yep.
this.
Thank you.
Um,
Happy to be here.
I think
Well,
I have
listen.
a legitimate gripe with this story.
Quite the way to start. What do you got about the next story I'm going to bring up? Because the hot story in Chicago is that the shooting at Sox Park was from a woman who self-discharged by having the gun. Well, it was in her pocket, and then she hid it in her fat roll. That's what happened.
Is that I didn't see the pocket part, but I saw the fat roll.
Well, that makes sense, right? But that's how she snuck it in. I don't know. There's still a lot of details that need to
but
be.
this is one of those. I don't. Yeah, here's the official. As I reported on ESPN 1000 just now, the shooting at Guaranteed Rate Field during the White Sox game was indeed an accidental discharge by one of the women grazed by the bullet. She reportedly snuck the gun past metal detectors, hiding it in the folds of her belly fat.
Why was she bringing a gun in?
Why?
Dude,
That's a good question.
Okay.
These are like- I
and
think
is
they're
the
like
human
bombs.
the human body can't like if you I don't understand how the metal detector didn't go off. Your
think
body fat can hide
I don't.
stop metal.
here's what I heard. Like the dirty little secret is a lot of these like games and a lot of these
fake.
arenas are not like the most tight.
They're not Fort
wound
Knox.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you go through
Have
security
you
3
seen the
times and
meme?
it beeps every time. They're eventually just like, go.
I went to the
Yeah.
Cubs game last night and I just like they don't check anything. You check your ticket kind of and then you walk in. But like you could easily just walk in right past and be like, "Oh, that guy had my ticket on his phone."
One time I tried going through and I pointed to like my belt buckle. I'm like, well, this is metal. And they went, oh, all right, just cover it up with your hands. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that worked. So
Yeah.
I think there is a way to like hide metal.
This gun is metal. All right, just put it on your
I
fat roll.
also have heard that girls will sneak in vapes and shit and say they have nipple rings.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
You can't like ask to see your tits if you're. a
Can't do
security-
that.
Can't do that.
And because I guess if they put like in the heavy duty like airport ones, you would just never get into the game.
And I bet you those
yeah.
are super expensive too.
Yeah.
The teams don't want to pay for that.
Which is crazy to think about. What is the how do you stop people from hiding this shit? I don't know what you do.
Yeah,
You're right,
I mean, Jerry might have to like shed some payroll to get for better security.
You might.
I mean, he's been having to do that for a while.
Do what? Shed payroll?
No, to just hire better security.
Yeah, but like this is a different level. You can't have people
I don't know.
easily
We've
sneaking
been
in
seeing
guns in their belly button.
There's been like gang fights there and shit.
Has
It's been-
there?
Yeah, dude.
But
It's
no,
been,
but
like-
no one's ever brought a gun in, to my knowledge.
That they've gotten caught at least.
What? So that's the thing about it. This lady, she did it all herself and then reported the story herself.
Yeah.
That's
What are we doing
yeah,
here?
That's
But
the,
she got hit though, right?
Yeah,
But
she
with
did
her
self-discharge on herself. Yeah, but then
She was the one that went to the hospital, I believe. Correct.
Yeah, and then the bullet grazed someone else.
And
So
they
maybe
didn't-
the
they-
grazed person complained or something.
But even on the Peggy Kaczynski tweet, it was like she belly grazed herself with her own gun. Like she said, like she was grazed.
Two grazed.
By
It's
one-
definitely a conspiracy
Yeah.
that we should put someone on.
Next tinfoil
On the
Tuesday.
case of Can you get to the bottom of this on Tinfoil Tuesday for us, Chief?
One of the women grazed. I don't know.
I'm
There
not
were-
a
It's-
ballistics expert.
expert.
For people that's not from
Get,
there were reports that because this was a big story. Obviously, I was in Wisconsin. I was like, oh fuck, man, and like your heart drops because you're like,
Oh, I thought it was
dude is shooting at
yeah.
the park. Like you just think the
That's a-
worst.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is not good. And then you hear that it was like really isolated. One was like a graze. One person seemed like they were okay. It's like, okay, still weird. Like, how did this happen? How do they not know? There were press reports that it sounds like the gun may have been shot as far as a mile away. That
like
it would've-
a discharge into the air.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what there was reported. Then it's like, no, we've ruled that out. It's like, what's going on? And then to come to this conclusion is nuts.
How do you not hear the gun? She has a silencer on that
So
thing. No one in
what-
the park heard it. That's
From
crazy.
what I
It was just
understand,
a roaring crowd, just drowned it out.
It was like someone, my buddy from Texas, big gun guy, was explaining it to me. But anyways, he said it was most likely, I think, a 38 special snub is what he called it. And you remember those cap guns? I doubt they even make them anymore. We would put the little circle things in,
Yosemite Sam.
and they're just little cap noises. I'm assuming it's just like one of those, but a real gun. Mm-hmm. And it's just like in the midst of a sea of people, like you're gonna hear, it's just gonna blend in, kind of.
I wonder what security was like the next day. because that was a Saturday night. They had a Sunday game.
Yeah.
Lift up your fat rolls.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
canceled the Vanilla Ice concert that night.
Come on.
So after everything was coming out,
Problem.
well, I thought they just pulled the rug from under. I didn't think that it had anything to do with the shooting yet, because everything was like so wild. It's like, was there a shooting? Was there not? You know, I thought they just canceled it because they wanted to get the gate money. Because there was people like, I almost wanted to go and get to the game in like the 9th inning, just go to the concert.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people that did that. I know that did that. So
Really?
who
Who are you talking to that's going to see Vanilla Ice?
It's fun. You
Yeah,
know,
it is fun. I agree.
Yeah.
There is something
For
to get-
$15, you get in and.
God.
what are you
it's
listening
like-
to after Ice Ice Baby?
He's got. I mean,
He had that one song from the Ninja Turtle movie. I remember.
That was Ice Ice
vividly.
Baby, wasn't it?
Go Ninja, go
Or
Ninja, go.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Yeah.
All the 7-year-olds
Secret of
still
the
love
Use.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
That, I love that movie. I want to watch it.
I mean, should we try? I mean, how
I'm
much
not
you
above Vanilla Ice. I'm not above going to see any type of band because you're right, it is fun. Like I texted you yesterday, I want to drive to Milwaukee tonight to see Offspring, Sum 41, and Simple Plan.
Yeah.
But Vanilla Ice playing afterwards, it is very Windy City Thunderbolts. It's a very Windy
That's
City
pretty insulting
Thunderbolts
to Vanilla Ice.
I don't think so.
You don't think
He's
so?
definitely. I mean, he's not playing regularly, but he can play after a White Sox game
Yeah.
for sure.
Sure. I mean, obviously.
But it does make me think that we should maybe try to get in contact with him for Wishfest.
One-hit wonder concerts are tough.
2, Secret of the Use, the lead song on that soundtrack.
Was he really a one-hit wonder?
He was great on Surreal Life, too, by the way. He had a nice season on there. Very nice season.
Never saw it.
I don't know. The whole story's crazy, dude.
It is. But it's just the daily White Sox flicking the nuts.
Yeah.
Glad no one actually got hurt. That
Yeah,
would've been-
like once no one got hurt and it wasn't a mass shooting, I was like, all right, well, back to telling these guys to just fuck off. They can't do anything right. Even stop guns from.
She must have
getting
had some
fuck-
pretty thick belly fat. Just stopped the bullet
Yeah.
basically in its tracks. Only got 2 people.
I can't. I don't know if these are like fake pictures or not. But did you guys see the picture of the bullet?
No. Is it like the magic bullet theory?
It's like
There was a picture
Pristine.
of like
no. Well, it's not a casing either, but it's like a fucking BB basically.
there was a picture of like bloodshed on the ground amidst the peanuts with like a casing.
Was it? It wasn't the casing though. It was the actual bullet.
Yeah, one or the other. It was just the peanuts and blood was enough for me.
It's like my buddy. I remember talking to him about when White Sox Dave's uncle attacked the first base coach of the Royals, and my buddy was like, "Yeah, me and my dad. It was tough to watch the Sox after that. It was."
I was watching the Angels versus the Phillies last night just because ESPN happened to be on the night before, and I turned on the TV. ESPN's on. It was like the 5th inning of the Sox game, and I see a bunch of people bitching about Kopech. I completely forgot they were even playing. I just had another baseball game on in the background. They're an embarrassment. It's gone to the point where like White Sox fans I respect that have been around for decades and decades and decades. I'm talking like in their 50s and 60s. They're like, they should just move the team to Nashville. Like, fuck these guys. Get them out of here. It's bad. Like, what did you say this morning when I walked in and I'm like, yeah, I'm catching. That's out now. If you saw that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm hearing that the Sox are gonna make the Gets announcement on Thursday. And what did you say? He just like put his head down. It was like a disgusted response, and he doesn't even give a fuck about the White Sox.
I don't care. I have no rooting interest.
You're like, that's such a joke. Like
It
even
is.
Ed was like, that's such a. He was pissed.
It's pitiful.
It is. It's pitiful. They're a pitiful loser organization, and I do feel somewhat exonerated that everybody now knows who the fucking fault is with Jerry.
Yeah, you
Not
do.
that everybody didn't have some fault in this mess, including the guys who got fired, including the players.
I
now.
will, like, if they actually do move, I will miss the soap opera. It's talking points for us.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It is.
I like going. I don't. This is not making me want them to move, but
No, me neither.
yeah.
I don't want them to move. Like, that's when Chuck last week was like, you're trolling. Like, I don't. It'd be terrible if they moved.
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys, we could go one of 2 ways here. Do we want to get into the beer bat debate,
Yes.
or do we? Okay, we'll do that before we get into the wrestling match.
So if we could pull up Chief's picture.
Yeah.
Chief, a couple months ago on this show,
Mm-hmm.
first week of April to be exact, Chief was saying that you could fit the bottom of the beer bat through the cup holder.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Okay, that's all kind of we were looking for there. And Chief tried telling me that because the only way that is balanced right now, it's not through the hole, is because there's 2 sips of beer. And last night,
No, I mean,
Chief
look at
texted me saying that's more than half full.
I would say that's
Top down angle.
about it's a top down angle. It's like about full, Dan. It's probably I probably took 2 big sips out of it.
You got the barrel.
that's-
The barrel's wider than it is down there.
That is less than half.
Can I tell you one thing I was outraged with? I bought like a cup of beer after that, like a normal. Like they charge $33 for those beer bats. It's one beer. It's like a 16-ounce beer. That's that's a good marketing scheme. I thought it would be at least like 2 full beers. It's not. And but
I you're catching
can
that
I
in, like, September.
can I do you want me to just be honest about this?
I rewatched the clip yesterday. I had to find it.
Mm-hmm.
The most overlooked part is we're explaining like, oh, like it's not a flat surface in the bottom of the bat, therefore it cannot balance. And Chief was like, oh, well, there's a hole in the cup holder, as if like that's what it's made for.
No, it's not. But I've seen cup holders made like that before. When I was doing that rant, I wasn't super familiar with what the bottom of the Wrigley Field cup holders look like. But I was like, maybe that's it. And I thought maybe it was possible because your whole thing was like, I don't want to carry it around. I'm like, I think you'd be able to set it down, and you can set it down.
When there's 2 sips left.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, so here's
You can't say that.
all right.
Technicality, Chief.
I will be honest. Okay, Danny. We don't even need to play that. Here is the truth of the matter.
Okay.
It was definitely not 2 sips left. It was pretty close to half. Okay, but I will say the truth that if it's any more than that or any less than that, it does not work. Like
Even
you need
less?
if it's less, it's like too flimsy. And you need some weight at the bottom to hold it in that position. But anything less than that amount, it flips out. So like I had been balancing it for like 3 innings, trying to get.
I was
the-
gonna say,
right
admit that
physics.
you tried before this and it didn't work with a little more beer in there.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah,
That's all I was looking
but I just wanted the picture.
Can you? Would you rather drink your ice cold, great tasting, less filling Miller Lite through a beer bat or through a standard plastic or solo cup?
I enjoyed the beer bat. I just don't think it's worth $33.
You can't do anything else with your hands.
If you are
I was hands free right then.
Yeah, for legitimately 1 sip.
Yeah, 1 sip.
Yeah, you get 1 sip of hands free.
Yeah.
the bigger thing is it's $33 because part of it's like, oh, you get to take it home. But
Yep.
like, unless half the time you're not going straight home, you're carrying that thing to Sluggers, you're going to country club with it.
I did take it home. So it's at my house. I'll probably throw it away next week.
You took that over the lanyard.
Yeah.
'Cause what do you even
Have
do
you got
at
any good
home?
lanyards this year at Wrigley?
Wrigley, no lanyards at Wrigley. I got one at the NASCAR thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
What were we saying, Eddie?
Well, yeah,
That was a
'cause
fifth
even
round
at home,
pick.
what are you going to pour water into that thing?
Yeah, true.
You
You're just
know,
lounging
Yeah.
around.
Look, it's a nice marketing thing. Hey, shout out to the Ricketts for doing that because they're making a lot more money. Maybe they should throw some money at free agents and really go for it next year.
Chief just sipping on his beer bat filled with wine, watching TV from the other room.
The only thing useful for that is to play like shinny baseball. But even then,
It is like wiffle balls weight kind of too. Like you could do some damage.
yeah.
with
But
that.
even then, though, if shinny baseball, you want the little wooden bats, or you want.
I don't know if I ever played shinny baseball with the little wooden bats.
Oh, it's fun.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Or if you play wiffle ball, you want a good wiffle ball.
Yeah.
You want a good wiffle ball
You
bat.
need
that
some
has a-
electric tape at the bottom of that
Yeah,
bat.
there's like.
Or at
You-
least give us a top that like closes after, you know?
You know, Chief is going to pretend like he has some type of special cup holder next to his bed, and he could use it as his water cup.
Yeah. He's going to drill a hole
Were you-
manually.
I just admitted that I set the whole fucking thing up that I've been sipping and trying to balance for innings.
So you get
Credit to
points
me.
Very
Danny.
noble of you.
Credit to me. Chivalrous.
So point to Danny.
Yeah, Danny won the argument.
Okay, White Sox Dave, point to Chief for beating you in a wrestling match.
Yeah, Chief beat me. Immediately, I thought it was 2-1 because I did have a little escape after watching the video once I got home last night. It was probably 4-0 to 4-1, depending on whether or not that escape counted. I will say this.
Here it comes.
Chief completely took me by surprise. I didn't expect it in any way. He got me. He beat me. And there will be a moment when we are face-to-face on a mat again like that. He won't beat me the next time. I will get him back, and I will have him on his ass. And I'm not going to bitch about the size or weight difference,
Dude.
any of that. He got me. I tip my hat. Good for Chief.
When are we ever going to be on a mat again?
Dave.
It will. I don't care if it's 5 years, 10 years, 20
Pause,
years
pause.
down the road, and you can't pull the I choose not to run.
Why?
You can't do it. You
Why?
can't do it. I
Can
will. It's
All right, I hear you.
when I got that little escape. There was a split second where I'm like, I'm loose. I'm about to get on his back, and I know you've never wrestled. I know the very baseline of how to wrestle because I used to do the riding clock in college for our wrestling meets. So I know very, very like a 2 out of 10 compared to your 1 out of 10.
I know
You
0
got
out
back
of 10.
on my back instantly, just instinctually. It was good. It took me by surprise, and it won't happen again. And we will have a second go at this. We will have a second go at this. And that's all I got to say.
That's the face of a guy who's never letting that happen again.
Someone had a great tweet where it was like, "This is the beginning of Dave's like villain origin."
Yeah,
yeah.
Danny stole that, and I
Yeah.
saw he was
I
yelling
didn't do
at
it.
Danny.
I just
steal it.
retweeted the guy.
Like that's a guy who's watching this video on loop with his
Yeah.
eyes duct taped.
Now
open.
I will
Like
say,
Clockwork Orange.
I don't. So that whole incident started. Like I kind of was just trying to like mess around, like rough you up a little bit. I had no intention of wrestling you. I do have like a genuinely like fucked up shoulder, as you know. It's been getting a little bit better. But I was like, when you started and you said, "Oh, let's go," and I was like, "Fuck!" But then I was just like, "All right, we're I guess we're doing it." But I didn't like take you by surprise.
Oh, yeah, it took me by complete surprise.
We were face up. We squared up.
No, I was more surprised at how
I was trying to get out of it.
You guys worked yourself into a shoot?
What?
Is that what you did? You worked yourself into a shoot?
No, like I came over and like gave him like a little like.
It
like,
sounds like you worked yourself into a shoot.
I don't know what that means.
It's wrestling terms.
Kitchen
So
I don't know
Scrap.
any wrestling.
a
shit.
work is like it's like you guys were fucking around. It was fake, and then a shoot is real.
No.
It turned real. Like it was
So-
a joke that turned real.
Oh, but it was like I was just like guys being dudes. Like I was just, like just
Yeah,
gave
but
him like
nobody
a shove.
wanted it to be this serious. It sounds
No,
like you caught
no.
him by surprise.
it was
No,
like
like
halfway.
I saw a look in his eye as soon as and he goes, "Come on!" He took his hat off. I was like, "Fuck!" Like, so I was like, "I guess we're wrestling." And but my whole thing was just to like kind of goof around a little bit. And then you're not much of a goof around kind of guy when it comes to physical activity. You're kind of like,
I have to win.
Yeah.
And I didn't this time. Credit to me for admitting it.
Dave,
honestly,
and I will fucking come
honestly,
back.
Credit to you for admitting it because I was like prepared to have like shots of my family taken, like old stories from like 7 years ago come up. But you took
No,
yeah.
Like I said, I thought it was 2-1 afterwards, and then I watched it. It was probably 4-1, 4-0. You got a couple back points there. You got me on a takedown. That's 2 points a piece right there. And I think I had a little escape to maybe give me a point, maybe not.
I know so
ref's
little
discretion.
about wrestling that when you
You
got
can
up,
play it again. I'll teach you right here.
but you were like 2-1, and I was like, is he trying to say that he won that? Like that was what was going through my mind, that you were trying to say you won when you said 2-1.
The reverse
see
flip is jaw dropping.
right here, that's 2 points.
I heard that someone on Twitter said that was
Back
4.
points, and then right there when.
We should send this to KB.
So
Let him score
also, if that might have been, if we are calling it one period, you would have had riding time, kinda. Which
What
would
does
have
that
given.
mean?
If you
That's a
control,
good reversal right there.
Yeah,
if
it
you
is.
control someone on their back like you did to me for over a minute total time in your 3-minute rounds, then you get a point at the end of the match.
This is where I was like, oh fuck.
I mean, looking at this again, I might
You
have,
also kind of went for an ear grab
I
there.
didn't go for an ear grab. I was going for your neck.
Chief, I mean, Dave, also, don't put this out there. You don't want to do this again.
Oh, I am doing this again.
It's not your fault, though, dude. He's just so much taller than you.
But
He's got
I
me
thought
by
low
probably
man wins.
50.
I thought
Dude, no.
leverage.
Not.
Oh, I'll get him next time. We're good.
I don't think you will.
That's fine. I don't
And
care.
it's nothing against you.
It is
It's
kind of
just
against
when
him.
you no, it's
It's
not.
everything against me.
Yeah.
I wrestled someone in college, and it was same thing, and he was like 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he came over me, it was like a movie where the clouds get dark and like the waves come over. you, and I was
Run
like,
it
"Oh my
back
God." I
again.
was like,
Run it back again.
I'll never be able. Like he was just
he
so much
started
bigger
to
than me.
shoot. I felt him shooting. He
Yeah.
started to go low, and I just intercepted it with. I was just a quicker, better athlete. Right there, boom, throw down. That's just like
what
that's.
I'm s- but still,
You got me.
you just
I didn't anticipate you doing that.
you
He got me.
engulfed him though, dude.
No, but like he was going for my leg, and I beat him to the low spot and then flipped him.
Looking at this again, I might have to do a green screen video on this. Look at the end when Chief just throws Dave after Dave says enough. Chief throws him. Look, but wait. Boom.
Do you think we could have done this about an hour later?
No, we couldn't. I don't think I can. I can barely walk.
So, the video will come out Thursday. We had
Friday.
Bilal, or Friday rather. I don't know why I said. Video will come out Friday, but we had Bilal Muhammad, Chicago's own, third-ranked welterweight in the UFC. We had him leg kick us, and it is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life, and I'm not embellishing one iota. It was. I thought I was gonna simultaneously shit my pants and puke.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much
Yeah.
because
I mean,
I want the people to watch the video, but
It's painful.
the look on Dave's face was not like, this fucking sucks. It was like a scrunched face that was losing life by every second.
We since Dave already said it, I'll say it. We got in the car yesterday on our way home, and Dave was like, I don't want to say anything, but I thought I was going to shit myself.
The pain was so bad, I almost lost control of my bowels.
I thought I was gonna puke.
Yeah, it could happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
I said it yesterday. Like a Charlie horse in general is undefeated. You
Yeah.
could let a little kid take a clean shot at your
dude.
hamstring. It's doing damage.
Dude, I got double Charlie horse in the Park MGM pool a couple weeks ago at Vegas. I don't know how I was going to get out.
What?
Dude, I got double calf
You got
Charlie horse.
jumped?
How?
Oh, just from like swimming around. Like
Double calf,
yeah.
double calf, I swear.
The
I
rare
thought-
double calf Charlie horse.
It was
like you
crazy.
drowned to death.
I'm just floating in the pool drinking a Miller Lite, and then
You cramp up.
Like my family looks over to me like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just."
Dude, that's
He's
people
going
drown.
down, honey.
People drown that way. I'm sure.
Oh, you're talking. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that
is it-
pain.
That's like a cramp. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a cramp,
That's a
yeah.
cramp. This is different than just.
Yeah, it's-
but
This
I
was
know what you're
blunt
talking about.
force.
I thought I did that in a pool one time too. It was a long time ago, but I thought I popped my Achilles. Like like that. I was like, this can't fucking move my foot,
Dude,
It hurts
yeah.
like hell. But
especially-
that hurt more.
You get like a nighttime Charlie horse. That's awful.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I completed the Chicago Marathon a few years ago. And
Let's have a hype up
for like
day.
maybe 10 days afterwards, I would wake up at like 2 a.m.
Just get Charlie
in
horses?
my hamstring, and I'd
Yeah.
like scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. I'm telling you, I don't know how I got out of that Park MGM pool. Double Charlie horse. People are still talking about it.
if you were like fighting someone, would you say giving them a Charlie horse or like a dead leg is almost cheap?
I mean, that's that whole sport.
I'm saying
Well,
like
here-
a fist
here-
fight.
I don't know if you were there for that, Danny, but we asked him about it because, like, I assumed, like, I obviously the last thing I wanted was for him to hurt himself, and then
The
because
last
he's gonna
thing I
be,
wanted was for him to hurt me.
I meant like actually hurt himself. I could deal with the fucking insanely
Yeah,
bruised
UFC
femur.
fighter gets injury from bloggers.
Exactly, and he's going for a title fight, and I'm very excited for him. But he was explaining to Ryan and I, he's like, oh yeah, that like I don't even feel that. Like I've done that so many times on a heavy bag, I don't even have nerve endings in my leg anymore.
Yeah.
But like, say you were squaring up like a high school fight, and you just like first go to like dead leg him, like Charlie horse him with your knee. Is that almost cheap and like hitting
Definitely.
someone in the nuts?
Definitely.
Yeah, you gotta square up and start throwing uncontrollable haymakers at each other's face.
That's one
like
of the,
Tim Anderson.
If you connected with if you connected with a knee to the thigh, I think like the honorable thing to do, just be like, fight's over. Like you can't hit the guy after you dead leg him.
Like if I'm ever getting robbed, I'm going straight for the hamstring. You have to at least take 30 seconds to regroup there.
Yeah, unless someone tried to go for my leg the other day, and I just dipped down below, stopped it, and threw him around.
Who are you talking about?
That's what I would do.
He's talking about me, and that's fine. I am going to get him back somewhere. No, not get him back because that makes it seem like you won't expect it. But we will be in some way, somehow, in the presence of a wrestling mat
I don't
At
know
one
that
point-
that's true.
at one point or
I
another.
think that this might be the last
And
time
I'm
this
going
ever
to look
happened.
him. I'm going to throw the hat down. Hopefully that by then Restore will come through. And
One
we
of
are
these
going to do it
days.
again, and I will
No,
put
I'm-
him on his fucking back.
I'm kind of off this, Dave. We're good. We're taking you to
Bosley?
Turkey.
I'll
somewhere.
do that. Where's
Yeah,
Donnie
all right.
at?
They're fucking dragging their feet so much on that.
Donnie said this out loud before, but he wants to take 4 balding coworkers and 4
Go to Turkey?
random stoolies
Yeah.
and go to Turkey for hair transplants.
Dude, it's cheap, but that's what I'm saying. Well, balls in their court.
Yeah.
yeah.
Start playing some hardball. Negotiations will use.
I'm missing something. Why Turkey?
Turkey's like the capital
of
for
hair transplant.
hair transplant.
I guess when you're flying
Like $4
back
grand.
from Istanbul to the States, like it's just like a sausage party of dudes with scars all over their head because they just got the transplant surgery for a couple grand.
Yeah, stop saying that. We're going to Turkey, Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to Turkey with Donnie.
Yeah, going to Turkey.
Istanbul, Constantinople, Byzantine.
Before we continue, I want to talk about Chicagoland Chevy dealers. They got big news. They are the official partner of Chicago Bears, and that's all Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are the new official partners of the Chicago Bears. Tailgating this year's got a whole lot more exciting. The all-new Silverado is what you need to kick off your Bears season. We're excited. We're not ready to announce it yet, but we have a watch party and a tailgate coming this fall with Chevy that you guys will
Very
all learn
excited.
more on
Yep.
very soon. So, yeah, that's going to be great. But in the meantime, head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to shop and find your local Chevy dealer today. What do they got over that Chevy site?
What do you need?
All right, if
You want a truck?
Yeah, tell me about the truck, the Silverado or the
Colorado.
correct.
I like the Colorados.
Yes.
I feel like that Colorado's like this perfect city truck.
White Sox Dave, maybe a large Suburban,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a Tahoe.
I'm a Tahoe fan. What about Corvette?
Hey, everyone loves Corvette.
I mean,
That's
it's a hot
Americana
car.
right there.
It's Americana, Dave.
Yeah.
Boy,
Sure
the
is.
dream.
It absolutely is. So whatever you do, just head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to shop and find your local Chevy dealer today, like I said, or go get service there because it's a local, reliable place that you know you're going to get some good stuff done for you.
And you
all right.
need that. I mean, winter's coming. You got to get your car right.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. You do. Man, are you a little nervous? This guy's going to sneak attack you someday?
I'm not going to sneak attack.
I mean,
Not
I
mine,
didn't
only
want to.
mono.
I didn't want to bring this up. This wasn't on camera anywhere. But I beat you in pickleball too. I'm just a better athlete.
You're not.
I am. I beat you in the physical sport. I beat you in like the more skill game. You can throw harder than me.
I can jump. I can run.
I don't know if I used to be able. I could probably get the rim still.
That doesn't mean you can jump.
I can probably jump higher than you.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
You
I
can
I
run
think you
faster than me.
We just need to do a combine with you two.
You couldn't catch better than me.
with a hands or a glove.
Yeah, hands. Well, you said you couldn't catch with a baseball. Any athlete
I couldn't
can catch a
I
baseball.
mean, I never played. I just went out for the team
But
last
any
year and made the
athlete
team.
can
Made
judge,
varsity. Never. Well, I would
judge a
need.
fly
I would
ball.
need more than like 7 reps. But that's I never really.
You didn't play Little League at all?
No. I played t-ball when I was 4, and then I didn't play baseball again until my last year of high school.
Good
Yeah.
high school team.
What?
How does
Good
that
high
happen?
school team.
We had guys drafted.
What made you
D1
want
guys.
to? What made you want to get back in the game after all those years?
Prep school makes you do something every single season. So your options that year, you could do a spring sport. It was like
Or is like a club an alternative, or you have to?
you
do a
could
sport?
like go that year. Like you could build a fucking boat. Like you could build a boat. Like you could
Like an engineering project.
but it was like a rowboat. like you just built like a. And they ended up looking like nice boats. They had a group of people who were rebuilding Thoreau's cabin in the woods the same way that he built it. So like no power tools and shit. You just went out with like saws and hammers.
That's kind of cool.
It was kind of cool.
I wanna do that,
Could
though.
do like the play, but you had to do something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I guess I'll try baseball.
You
And it was
wanna-
really fun.
You don't want to join the musical?
Baseball's fun because
I actually thought about it. I thought there was like a like an a cappella group. And I thought about trying that. And it was
Andy Bernard?
it was before Andy Bernard fucking ruined it.
What's wrong?
You get on my ass about fucking making banana bread.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Chief just drops he wanted to join an acapella
I
group
said
like he's in
I-
Pitch Perfect.
I said I thought about it.
And you don't even bat an eye?
I didn't actually do it. I thought I'll do baseball.
Pitch Perfect made a cappella groups kind of cool.
Yeah,
I
Pitch
like-
Perfect, sweet movie.
I love that movie.
yeah.
You don't have any shame watching it?
No.
I was at a 16-inch softball game a couple years ago, like when it came out. Like, God, what are you doing this week? Yeah, I think I might go see Pitch Perfect 2. And this guy, dead serious, is like, are we not men anymore? It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm okay to be a man if I go see Pitch Perfect
Yep.
2.
It's a good movie. A good soundtrack.
I love that movie.
They can sing. They harmonize.
What's her name again? I love her.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna
She's
Kendrick,
great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Brittany Snow's in that, too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brittany Snow
Big
is.
Brittany Snow.
Yeah.
Adam.
Redhead.
Yeah.
Line, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Fat Amy's hilarious. What's her name?
I don't know.
Rachel or Rebel.
Rebel Wilson.
Wilson,
Rebel
yeah.
Wilson,
Good
yeah.
job, Dave.
Dave, getting ready for trivia season. Let's go.
That's right.
That is good.
Yeah.
I
for
actually
real.
got the celebrity face mash thing today.
Did you?
I
Yeah.
did not.
I was
First time I think I've ever gotten it.
Yeah. you're
I
not
forget
good
who
at
it
those.
was, but I got it.
People were on my ass yesterday about that.
About missing it?
I missed Taylor Swift.
Oh,
that
you
was-
missed yesterday's?
Yeah.
Yesterday would
I
have been
didn't
the
get
easiest
it.
one ever.
Taylor Swift was the
guessed,
easiest one
I
ever.
double dipped, and I guessed Cameron Diaz, and then I guessed who was the girl from Knocked Up.
Katherine Heigl.
yeah.
Yeah, those are my guesses. I only remember her 1989 hair.
Taylor Swift might be too easy. So
What a great game or app, whatever. It's one of those things where like, how
It's
have we not
awesome.
had this before?
Right,
Like when
same.
Snapchat first rolled out, it's like, how are we not able to send videos until now?
Yeah.
Like, how are we not able to play daily trivia? Until
People
now?
ask me about it like on the streets walking the dog. I'm not even kidding.
The Daily
People
Dozen.
have- yeah.
Dude, do you see like the numbers that
yeah, it's great.
it's like thousands of
Same
people.
thing with Immaculate Grid. I don't know if you guys are playing that.
Yeah,
I play Daily Dozen daily, but Immaculate Grid I gotta like remember.
67,000 players today
Jesus.
for Daily Dozen.
My brain like breaks playing Immaculate Grid. It's so hard.
I don't know why, but I can't do the football one at all. I can kind of do. I'm like,
Football's
you know,
Remember,
hard, yeah.
you only remember like 5 positions.
Running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends.
Well, a lot more
I
in
suppose,
defense.
but like I care about football more and watch more football than I
That's-
do baseball. But I can remember baseball way more easily.
A mental
Because you
block.
played it your senior year instead of
Yeah, exactly.
You just don't
I
hear
played
about
football. That's why I
linemen.
got back into football too. It's like you can roll crew, or you can play football. So I'm like, I guess I'm gonna be a football player.
How were the crew guys?
Well, we had the best crewman.
Crewman?
Is that what you call it? The best guy in the team?
You tell me if I say
I don't know. But whoever our best guy was this guy Tyler, and Tyler was the guy who had the giant balls, and he would charge people to look at his balls.
Standard.
He also ran a sports book
There you go.
out of the dorm, so I don't think he ever paid out.
But you went to him.
Yeah, I definitely placed bets with him.
How do crew guys compare to the cross guys? Are they just
they're
as
like
preppy and
No, because I can't speak to other schools, but our school, a lot of guys on the hockey team did crew just to get in shape for hockey. So like, but
Awesome
like,
workout.
yeah, and so like, and I went for one day because like a lot of the hockey guys were doing it, and then I was like, I gotta wear this leotard thing and like just be out on the water with the boys while somebody yells at me. I'm gonna go play football. So then I showed up to camp. I'm like, I'm here to play football.
I rode
So
crew in high school.
did you?
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that. You have kind of a weird athletic background because you did rugby too, didn't you?
Yeah, rugby was in college, but I did crew and wrestling in high school.
What was the score to that wrestling match, Tom?
I don't see where you're getting a point anywhere in that one, Dave.
The escape. Ish. I even said it
Someone
might
said
not-
it was 4-0 because you went from feet to back.
Yeah.
Like that's
were you
You got back points. It was 4. I think it was 4. It was my discrepancy is whether I got an escape or not.
Did you like crew?
No, not really. It was just kind of
Something to do.
something to do.
put upon me. Yeah.
were you a Gaelic football guy too?
I don't
no,
know
I didn't.
Gaelic
I
football.
played like once in a game, but
What's Gaelic football again?
I mean,
It's the same as Irish football, right?
you guys have probably played a version of it in gym class, like
We
like
did.
European handball, where like you can only take like 3 steps with the ball, and then you have to either
Oh, yeah,
punch
yeah,
it
yeah.
or kick it.
That sounds a lot like Australian rules football too. Though.
It's similar to Australian rules
Okay,
football.
because we did that in like 8th grade, in like middle school gym class. We had our gym teacher who like started a team, and with all the kids that he introduced, and he was trying to do like a boondoggle. He's like, why don't we? So he's trying to he started the program. He taught it in gym class all year long. Then he picked like 15 guys, and then he's like, let's talk to your parents, and we'll take a trip to Australia. And I think he just wanted a free trip to Australia. So he's like, he started an Australian rules football team. But
Smart.
And nobody.
Isn't that supposed to be like
Nobody
even
went for
more insane than rugby? Like you got to be crazier to.
I think you're thinking of what's the other Irish one, Tom?
Hurling,
Hurling.
Okay.
Irish
all
football's
the-
nothing. I went to a practice before.
rugby is hard. All those ones are like, it's kind of like hockey, where like checks are a thing, like body checks, but rugby is just full blown body tackling.
Oh, you can't just tackle people in Gaelic football?
No,
It's just like
you could like shoulder check and
okay.
Eddie, you did croquet in high school, right?
No, but I did play it. Someone had a set one time. I
Varsity
played. It's
bocce.
actually a fun game.
What is
Croquet, yeah. I don't know if I was playing right, but someone set it up in like a yard one time when I was a kid, and I remember it was fun.
Little rings.
Everyone
Good
had
time.
croquet sets. No one did know how to play, but everyone had the sets. and we-
Hocking it, yeah. That was fun. Are you following this Dillon Danis, Nina Agdal stuff?
A little bit. Yeah, I'm aware of the story. Yeah, where I mean, I can't say that I'm following Danis and I know all 150 guys he's posted.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I know he's posted.
You can't
like
not
100.
see it.
Yeah,
It's every day, this guy.
I mean, all right. So first and foremost, I guess. So if you don't know, he's posting a picture of Nina Agdal, Logan Paul's fiance, basically every day with like a different guy,
dude. Yeah.
like someone she used to date,
Old
someone
photos, yeah.
whatever. It could be like her and Leo, her and I saw Stifler was on there at one point.
Oh, really?
Yes, I
Good for
saw
him.
her.
Sean,
Yeah,
Really?
Sean
Williams
Williams
got
says
it, our
like
boy.
the Stiffmeister. And like, listen, I don't know if these are ex-boyfriends, just friendly pictures, whatever. But the point is, he keeps posting these, and like the internet's going insane over it.
Yeah.
The video that he like, there was one of her and Adam Sandler, which, all right, like probably just like took a picture with the Sandler.
I mean, she
You know what
definitely
I mean?
fucked Leo.
Sure, yeah, like her and
Yeah.
Leo are obviously cozy.
He's ruining it with like the clear edits, like him with her and shit.
Oh, like he's doing that too.
Yeah.
I haven't focused that much, but the video that he just posted, was it yesterday?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just
That's-
dick in me. Or
Is it
something.
real?
Yeah.
Why have we never seen that before?
Yeah, can you play this?
It's the longest I've ever gone without sex since I started. Obviously, it's driving me crazy. I am struggling. I need penis inside of me. ASAP. Like, all I want is like a big fat sausage just destroying my body. So, if any of you guys know a good dick that doesn't have STDs on it, I'll take it. Right here.
It's almost like it's like a TikTok like
Yeah.
voice along.
I mean, best case scenario for her is she sent that to only one guy, like trying to be like, come
There's
over.
no
but
way.
Yeah.
She says if anyone knows.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
But she
it
had
doesn't
another
matter.
one where I think she was on like a talk show. I don't think that's it. But she was just like, they were like talking about like sex stories, and she's like, I sucked a dick in a stadium once.
Yeah, I saw
And I was
that.
like the videos are like, the pictures are like whatever. But
No, she's just sending that to her friend, like whatever. Like guys talk like that all the time.
Yeah,
And, like,
locker
you know what I
room
mean?
talk.
Like yeah, like it's like oh, like hey, you know, I need White Sox Dave. You might have sent that, but like I'm looking to pound some Vaj this weekend. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I just
Can
need
I-
a nice veiny Vaj to.
I do think it's different though. It's
Do you?
yeah, it is. It just is.
All right, Hannah. We
Like
might
that's
need you, we might
like
need
you
back
don't
for this
you
one.
don't like that edit there. I think that edit's funny.
That's funny.
That is funny.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying there's ones where it's like clearly he's photoshopping a random dude with like he's trying to make a joke of it, but it's like if you have enough pictures at your arsenal, you're making people question the real pictures of her.
In the
Yeah.
end, like Logan Paul has to kill him in the ring, right? Because he win if it goes to like the judges after 10 rounds or however long it is. Dillon Danis wins.
I think I don't know if you can continue to. I don't think you can marry her.
I mean, as confident of a guy as Logan Paul is, he still saw that video we just watched. and
Oh,
went
yeah.
up to her and was like, "What is this? Like, come on now, you know, you don't got to be that open about it."
I need to. Yeah, like Dr. Oz. Like you picture her and
What?
Dr.
What?
Oz.
You don't think Dr. Oz can get down?
Probably not.
If it was that same day she made that video, she would have taken Oz's
Yeah.
dick,
And you think it's
the dick of
bullshit?
Oz.
A bullshit double standard here.
Well, I just feel like, why is he coming for his fiance? I mean, it's like
That's a fair point.
that's fucked. He's like slut shaming.
Well,
the
he's
fiance.
he's saying you have to win a fight mentally first. That's
Yeah,
like
that
his
is-
All right, so I didn't know the origin of this whole thing. I agree with Hannah there. Like, you should leave the
Oh yeah,
families
I
out
think
of it.
everyone agrees with
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
But like,
But
But
if
I
why
he's
think-
isn't
gonna
he
go
saying
that
anything to defend her? Also, I feel like
How do you defend that?
we gotta, but like they gotta make a statement like that's fucked up, slut shaming, shame on you. Like kind of like he's on the low for this.
I
but they've
don't
been silent.
I will say this. I don't think you should ever bring in fiancés or third party
Correct.
ever. But if you do, weirdly enough,
Like, that's funny too.
that's
tough.
kind of funny.
That's a funny.
God damn, she's a rocket. But
She
if
is.
you are gonna come out and do it this way, the way that Dillon Danis is doing it, you gotta just go 100% like he is.
Yeah, I'm really hoping she doesn't post the one with me and her next.
That'd be so embarrassing.
Yeah.
No,
Also,
but I think Jake has like posted comments about McGregor's wife and shit like that. Like,
Oh,
they've
so
been-
he's
sure,
done that
yeah.
before too.
I mean, that's not Logan though. I don't know if Logan has or not. Obviously, two different people, but
yeah.
they're all
They
fighting
told-
dirty to
yeah.
like promote these
Oh,
fights
no.
now.
I mean, also, yeah, I mean, this is tough, but the body count thing shouldn't be an issue. Like, if she's got bodies, she's got bodies, whatever.
Would you care if a guy had
We're gonna get
bodies?
into a debate.
Would you
I
like
see
to
your
handle
faces.
this one, Ryan?
Go ahead, Dave.
Why?
You can.
why?
You can. I gotta gather my
Dude, it's
thoughts
still
on this
fucking
one.
Nina Agdal. Like,
Well,
whatever.
I'll say what I said.
Exactly. Her should be like held to fucking the Leos of the world. There's not 100 people that should be able to bang
That's
her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Dave, I think I was telling you and Dante on our way home from Bolero, the old key metaphor. A key that can unlock any door, pretty great key. A lock that can be unlocked by any key, kind of a shitty lock.
Correct.
That's some alpha man squad.
How is that
fucking-
alpha? That just means that
That's some
girls can
shit.
have sex
They
at
have
any time they
quoted
want.
that.
They're.
Maybe she's pulling really hot guys.
I don't think it matters.
Well, she definitely is. She's really fucking hot.
But it doesn't matter if she's pulling really hot guys. They also got to be really hot
is
guys
there a
with
number?
status.
Is there a number for you where you're like, that's too many dicks?
No.
It could be 2,000 dicks,
No.
and you
But
think it's fine.
Wilt
I think it's
Chamberlain.
fine.
That's
Get an STD check. You're good as long as you don't cheat and you're a nice person. Not too many dicks.
I gotta say,
I
I'm
think
kind
you're
of
reducing
uncomfortable
your
right now.
yeah. I mean, you're reducing yourself to
But if I want
No.
it, if
You're
a
not.
girl wants to get dick, she gets dick.
sure,
She
but
wants to have sex, she wants to have sex.
totally. But then I'm also allowed to have an opinion about those actions.
But I feel like
The limit
you're
does not
saying
exist.
a girl's value is lower because she wants to have sex.
No, but I think that there should
You look
be.
down on her.
I think that there's. I don't know what the number is. I'm not going to put the number out there, but there is a number where it's like, hey, like, it's too much.
What if you saw a guy and he fucked like 50 ugly girls before you? You wouldn't think any differently.
I was like my fucking ex. So like, no. And also, I'm like, one good thing my ex said was like, why would I ever judge you on like the amount of guys you've hooked up with? Like, I'd rather have someone experienced than like a fish in the bed. That's boring. I don't know. Also, if I want to pull guys, I could definitely pull guys. Girls
Listen,
can fuck.
too inexperienced is definitely a thing too.
Yeah, that's a good counterpoint.
Yeah, like it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, you don't
Sure.
want it to be zero.
Yeah, like what do we like? You're working.
Again, I don't know what the, I
What
don't
did
know
Vinny
what that.
Chase said?
I don't
He
know.
doesn't
if
want to
he
be
said a
the
lot.
first. He doesn't want to be the first, or the last, or something. I don't know. Basically, you have to have some experience, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But
Yeah.
like,
I think adults should do whatever they want, and what I want is to not be with someone who has like 10,000 dicks.
What if she just didn't tell you? She had 10,000 dicks. And you
Ignorance
found out,
is
like, years
bliss,
later
Hannah.
after you're married.
That might be fine.
divorced.
Like, that's the problem. You don't need. It's a different layer when you're openly telling everyone about it. You know.
I guess I just don't agree with the double standard. That's my problem.
You've
Like,
always said, but it is.
If you're like a guy who's like I'm pretty up to that par. Like I haven't done that much, so like I want someone to match me with that. But if
Say
you're
that
someone,
again?
if you're someone like you said, like if you have lived your life and you have not caught a ton of we won't call catching dick, catching vages, you know what I mean? And you're like, you could match that, like, hey, I haven't really done it, so I just want someone who's on the same playing field as me. But the guys who are like fucking going out, letting it rip all the time, and then they're gonna want what you want, I think that's fucking.
I think
That's fair.
That's
I
lame.
think the hookup culture's kind of gotten out of control on both sides. I would say that.
Really?
I do. I don't think it's ultimately a good thing.
I thought we said where the kids these days aren't like even driving. I don't think they're. hooking up.
No, it's the opposite. It's you have. I was almost going to point at Hannah there, but you have less total people are having sex. Less total guys are having sex, but the top 1% of guys are having a ton of sex with a ton of women, and that's where like the discrepancy is. So there used to be like more equal distribution across the population. Now it's like the top guys are having sex with all the girls, and they're like, well, this guy is trash. And it's like, well, you're all like, he's got a million options, and you're all give it up for him. So
I went to University of Arizona. Maybe the culture is different, but everyone just fucked. Like, girls fuck, guys fuck, and it's like,
yeah,
it is what it is. But like that almost like evens the playing field out. Like
Well,
the threshold is different.
I'd almost say college doesn't count for.
Also,
this
just
debate.
get someone who treats you nice and respects you and doesn't cheat on you. I think that's all that counts. If you're gonna judge her on her
and you don't
history,
want
boo.
a girl with you know,
What?
But like
to
the
get bukkake on all the time and stuff like that.
well, and it's also like this girl doesn't really respect herself. Why would I respect her?
Oh,
Steve, you're gonna get fucking canceled.
No,
for
it's
that
no,
shit.
I'm not.
I
I'm allowed to
respect
have,
myself. I got dick. I got bodies. I got a high body count. Sorry. to my
Yeah, but
boyfriend.
like you don't think that you have.
He
you,
knows, though. He
You
respects
don't
me.
think that you should be selective? I think everybody should be selective.
I'm selective. I just had a huge pool of options.
weren't very picky.
Well, then, if you have a huge pool of options, then why not just pick off from the top 1% of that options?
Why would I want to just stick with a guy who has a boring personality?
I
And,
didn't.
like,
I did, that's not
I
what
want
I
to
said.
explore. Like I
That's not
feel
what
like
I
you're
said.
pigeonholing
Well,
yourself
No, I'm
he's
not.
saying like why go with the boring personality guy in the first place?
Right.
because he was hot in the night. It was a vibe. Like why? I feel like
Yeah, Hannah, I think you should do whatever
It's
you
fine.
want. I think you should do whatever you want. That's fine.
I
You're
feel
an
like
adult.
you gotta maybe. Should we get you back in the hookup culture game? Like
No.
My boy never left.
You don't want to go slinging a dick?
No, but like I think everybody kind of goes through like phases, but I think it's probably better to not be that way. For the guys too. You just kind of I don't know. I
so be judgmental.
I'm
and
not-
rude.
So he wants like everyone in their nightstand Bible, like
no,
shit, that's what
that's not what I'm saying. That's
what
not
he's
what I'm
looking
saying.
for.
Didn't say that.
Before supper.
Listen, it's not right or wrong, but you want someone who's hard to get. You want like a
Yeah.
catch.
Oh,
yeah.
You want
Well,
the- you want
what's
the
like
golden
the old
snitch.
line?
Like
where
I said, it's got to
Dave,
match.
like
though.
if a girl likes you,
I
gross.
That's you got something fucked up
Yeah.
going on in your head.
Yeah. I definitely I think I want to work for it a little bit.
Have to.
Have to. And if a girl, I'm just less attracted to her if she wants to sleep with me immediately.
I think that says a lot about how you view yourself.
Probably.
Yeah.
So let's
Probably, yeah.
not project. But like,
But
think
I
I'm
also-
hard to
but-
get as like committing wise. I'm like not here to commit, and then like I have higher standards of who I want to commit to and date, and only have sex with that person.
If you ain't fucking on the first date, he ain't thinking about
I've
commitment.
fucked all my exes on the first.
If you're
date
fucking on the
and
first
my
date, you
current
ain't thinking about
boyfriend.
commitment.
First date, one night stand, hinge.
Okay,
Then
that's a
suddenly
lot of
we're-
information.
But like, I wasn't judged off of that.
I mean, hey, everyone's got.
You're
different,
about to
Funny.
be.
Hey, Chief, don't yuck somebody's yum, as they would say.
I do like that expression. I think adults should be fine, but I think it's like I'm also allowed to have my own. You have your standard, I have my standard. I think that's fine.
I think that's
reasonable.
fair.
People
If
can
a
disagree.
girl didn't want to date me because hypothetically speaking, I had
How many bodies do you have, Dave?
like 1,000. Yeah, but if she's like that's too many, like I'd be like, well,
I
I
get
kind
it.
of thought the same thing about you. So it's like,
I just said that was my point where I think your behavior should be matched. That's it.
I think that's fair
That's
too.
fair.
That's it. Like if your perspective is like, hey, I don't really do that, so I want a girl who didn't do that. But if you're one of those guys who are out there just fucking going nuts and trying to
Right.
do
If you
it,
both have 100, it's hard to speak. If you have 5 and she has
Exactly.
100, then
that's
you're
my
like,
point. Where I don't think the double standard is
Yes,
fair.
that's fair.
So you wouldn't date a porn star?
No, I would
Just
not.
confirming. Just confirming.
Would not.
What if you were a porn star too?
I wouldn't be.
Okay. Just confirming. Just curious.
You never know.
No,
Don't count yourself.
It's
out.
a new bar stool.
well, it depends on what the OnlyFans rates are.
I was thinking about this the other day, Ed.
Oh God.
What's that, Dave?
I flipped on HBO and it was the last few minutes of Good Will Hunting, and he's like, you could have been a janitor anywhere, and you picked the most prestigious technical college in the world. Obviously, hinting at that he wanted to like be associated with MIT, blah blah blah. You could have picked any fucking gas station or grocery store or McDonald's in Carbondale, but you specifically went to that strip joint to be that DJ. Why?
That's great, Dave. That's a great fucking question. Great point, Ed.
Now,
There has to be a reason.
you thought of this when
I-
Good Will Hunting was on?
Yes.
You thought of me.
Yes. Because it's always
Hey,
perplexed.
Hey, don't let him deflect. Make
No,
him
I-
answer the
Hold
question.
on. You're saying when Will
You tried
Hunting
to throw the ball, and I almost chased it.
Don't chase it, Dave.
When Will
Nope.
Hunting,
Yes, we confirmed that. That's when he had the thought. Ed.
and you thought of me working at a strip club for 5 days in college.
Yes.
Correct. Ed.
Well, why did I choose this?
Nope. Yes.
Like I could have done anything.
You could have done anything.
Yeah.
You were bound by nothing, except
I will tell you my options that summer. There were hiring at a local gas station. I needed money just for the summer, just a summer job.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
wasn't working, So you just need to get by. You know, didn't need much. I just needed some. Gas station was hiring. My dad was like vehemently against it. He's like, I don't want you getting shot in the head for a
So go work at the strip club
for a register.
Yeah.
Of,
For
you know,
$30.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know, because that's a thing.
Mr.
Yeah.
Ferrer.
Yes, that's a thing. And the one that I applied to actually did get held up within the year.
No shit.
Yes.
But you were only working there for a week. 'Cause you had to get your wisdom teeth.
And I was browsing Craigslist, and I saw this one, and
What were you browsing for?
anything.
Okay.
Anything. I was just like, you know, that wasn't the only job I
I
applied
got a
for.
job off delivering pizzas off Craigslist.
Yeah, so did I. So I've done that before. So that was on there, and naturally, like, I'm a big for the story guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So I was like, this is great. Like,
What
are
did
you
your
kidding
dad
me?
say when you're like, I found a job?
My dad said, "How am I supposed to tell my friends about this?" That's exactly what he
I
said.
remember asking him that question. You
Yeah.
go, that's not the answer you gave. You were like mimicking your dad. You're like, how am I supposed to tell your mom?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what am I going to tell people? You know, he was like, not
Not thrilled.
a little disappointed.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't mad though. It sounds like he was just like,
yeah. Then he eventually got a kick out of it. You know, well, he's just accepted I'm a moron long ago.
yeah.
Long ago.
Failed religion.
Yes, failed religion.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's accepted it.
Yeah.
So that's how. Yeah, and I was like, this could be funny.
And it is. We're
And
talking
yeah.
about it
Yeah,
12 years later,
It's
whatever
a-
it is.
It's
yeah.
a good
Yeah.
little
Little
little.
part of Eddie's
talking
origin
piece.
story. Yeah.
It's a very good little nugget. So yeah, I'm
Is it-
happy.
Do you think you could find any of the strippers that you worked with in that week,
Oh,
or the
I would
GM
love
or
that.
something, to come in and like?
I still got the guy's number.
What was the interview?
I still got a
process?
voicemail from him.
Oh, can
Saying
you find
what?
it and play it? Is that
Yeah,
allowed?
let me listen to it. And I'll play it another time. Let
Okay.
me just make sure it's
What,
okay.
what was the
Live.
interview
Play
process
it
like for
live.
that?
Well, I got him I put him in a chokehold because I said I was a radio television major. So they instantly thought like, oh, this guy's got like some expertise. You
Some
don't need
chops.
any of that. No,
Yeah.
you just need like
A little personality on
yeah,
that
like
mic.
whatever. You
And
know?
now,
And now-
coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage, innocence. That's all it was. $1 to the stage brings tits in your face. Innocence. Let's hear it for Brooklyn. Those are both girls at the time.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn and Innocence.
I would love to do a dog walk.
With the guy who hired me.
With innocence.
Like,
In
what
a sense?
were Ed's qualifications like? Like,
Yeah.
how did you know he was the man for your DJ stripper job?
I wonder if he was just like staring at two resumes, being like, fuck. Like,
Guy's got the experience. Radio, television, Southern Illinois,
Yeah.
Carbondale. All right, then. We could wrap this here. I'm glad you thought about me watching Good Will Hunting. Wild show. I hope we still have a show after this one. See everybody on Thursday.
New Barstool.